What you need to know about the Philippines oil and gas discoveries. Hottest exploration areas, new drilling projects approved. New inland fields and sea basins get okay to drill for hydrocarbons from Energy Department. Country's hydrocarbon fuel self-sufficiency remains a pipe dream, though it's not a question of if, but when. $26.3 trillion worth of oil and gas deposits to be explored both offshore and onshore, according to one study. Is there oil and gas in the Philippines? Quick answer, yes. There's plenty to go around. Probably more than enough to cover domestic needs, with more left for export. That's what one study shows. A number of prospective places across the length and breadth of the country has proven the presence of fossil fuel deposits. Why are they not being drilled? They are. But the number of wells is few and far between. Here's why. Onshore, offshore. The country has proven the presence of commercial quantities of hydrocarbons in its territory, both onshore and offshore. The industry, however, is underexplored and underfunded. One reason, security. Since the 1970s, only a few wells had been drilled, supplying a small chunk of the domestic oil and gas demand for its 110 million inhabitants. Total domestic production of petroleum and other liquids was 37,000 barrels per day, BD, compared to country's daily consumption of 474,000 BD, according to the Department of Energy, DOE. Some of the gas wells, too, are reported to be running dry soon, 2027 in the case for the Malampaya, according to Department of Energy. For a quick idea of Philippine oil and gas prospects, consider these. Fact 1. The Philippines is said to be sitting on a gold mine of untapped hydrocarbons estimated to worth $26.3 trillion, according to a recent study. This is a largely unproven claim, but one that's worth noting. Fact 2. Some of the oil and gas is found in the disputed Spratly chain of islands, where active oil fields are now supplying the rest of the country. Other prospective deposits are believed to be found inland and offshore waters, including those in the northern province Cagayan, Ragay Gulf in Bicol, offshore Mindoro, the New Palawan Block, northern Cebu and the Cotabato Basin. Fact 3. In 2018, an estimated 27.93 million barrels of inland oil was discovered in Alegria, Cebu by the DOE and service contractor China International Mining Petroleum Company Limited, CIMP, with an estimated 3.35 million barrels of recoverable oil, 12% of the total. An estimated 9.42 billion cubic feet of natural gas reserves were found, with up to 6.6 billion cubic feet of recoverable gas, about 70% of the total estimated gas reserves. Fact 4. The Ligason Marsh, which covers 2,200 hectares straddling the provinces of Cotabato, Maguindanao, and Sultan Kudarat, is estimated to hold 3.4 trillion cubic feet, TCF, of natural gas and 4.8 billion barrel, of crude oil. Earlier this month, March 7, 2022, the DOE has given the green light to SK Ligason Oil and Gas Corporation, SCLOG, a Mindanao-based exploration firm, to develop Area 9 of the Cotabato Basin. Fact 5. The Malampaya gas well, 50 kilometers west of Palawan Island, has produced a total of 1.94 trillion of standard cubic feet, TCF, of gas, as of end 2017, and 75.0 million barrels of associated natural gas condensate, also called natural gas liquids, a low-density mixture of hydrocarbon liquids present as gaseous components in the raw natural gas produced from gas fields. It supplies 5 power plants in Luzon, the country's largest island, with a combined capacity of 3,200 megawatts. Fact 6. Other potentially huge fields had been earmarked within the country's undisputed territories, such as Sulu Sea and parts of the Celebes Sea, in the vast seas off southern Philippines. Recent crude oil prices spikes on heightened supply risk concerns have spooked Filipino consumers, forcing the government to fuel activate a subsidy scheme. Crude futures for May delivery stood at $107.91 per barrel, close to 9-year highs. There's no question the country needs to harness new sources of domestically produced energy sources, including hydrocarbons, nuclear and other renewables.